The town of Brackenford had a clock tower that never told the right time. Its hands spun too fast or too slow, sometimes pausing altogether as though confused about the hour. Travelers often asked why no one repaired it, but the townsfolk only shrugged it, muttering that the clock chose its own truth. One autumn evening, a boy named Ellis lingered beneath the tower after the marketplace closed. He had always been drawn to the way its gears groaned and clicked, like whispers pressed through metal. As dusk thickened, the clock struck 13, an impossible toll that echoed through the square. Startled, Ellis looked up, and to his astonishment, the tower door, usually locked and rusted, swung open with a heavy sigh. Curiosity pulled him inside. The air smelled of oil and dust, and stairways curled upward in dizzying spirals. With each step, Ellis felt as though time itself bent. His heartbeat slowed. His breath came long and measured, and the walls pulsed faintly, as though alive. At the top, he found not a mechanism of brass and gears, but a vast room filled with floating hourglasses, each glowing softly with shifting sands. A cloaked figure stood among them, their voice neither young nor old. "These," the figure said, gesturing at the hourglasses, "are the moments stolen from Brackenford. The clock does not break. It hungers. It consumes what people waste, what they let slip unnoticed." Ellis stepped closer, recognizing faint scenes within the sands: a baker's laughter, a child's first step, an old man's final song. They were fragments of lives, caught and held prisoner. "Can they be returned?" he asked. The figure tilted their head. "Only if one is willing to offer their own time in trade." Ellis thought of his mother waiting at home, of the countless mornings he had wasted daydreaming while chores piled up, of how often he promised later and never delivered. He touched an hourglass glowing with a child's lullaby, and felt warmth surge through his fingertips. With quiet resolve, Ellis placed his hand upon the largest clock face embedded in the wall. It flared with light, draining something deep within him, his uncounted idle hours, the time he had squandered. He staggered, suddenly weary, but when he looked around, the hourglasses had dissolved, their sands spilling back into unseen lives. When Ellis emerged from the tower, the town square shimmered with renewed vibrancy. People laughed, music played faintly from a distant home, and the clock above now ticked in steady rhythm, striking the true hour. Ellis walked away slowly, feeling older than before, but lighter too, as though he had finally learned the weight of a single moment.